Good morning everyone and welcome to another update on the market. For today I decided to do the update on the British pound versus US dollar. I will speak about the gold market, crude oil, Bitcoin versus US dollar and the dollar index. I will start with the British pound versus US dollar first. So what we have here, this is the hourly time frame, and we can see that market actually went all the way down and to our downside objective from the downside scenario that I mentioned yesterday. And this is the key support zone around 1.2600, and is also a round number for this currency pair. We can see that the reaction that we had here, so this is a strong rejection of this support zone and quite aggressive buying kicked in, but still we need to see how the market what will happen after this reaction. So we also can see the intraday resistance level is set at 1.2680 mark. So this is the resistance level here, and there is also a chance that this can be a running flat type of correction. And if that's the case, then there is a chance for the market to still go down, and I will say the downside scenario will be technically confirmed if we can see if the market retake the 1.2593, and this will be a sign for the further downside movement towards the 1.2500 mark potentially. Now from the other side, if the market will have more power and it can trade above 1.2690 and hold above, then there is a chance for rotation back into the resistance area of this consolidation, which is set at 1.2780 mark. Now speaking of the gold market, we can see that the gold is trying to break the low to 2013. So I will place the level here. So this is the important support zone for the gold. And there is also potential for this bigger, if we watch this like a single downside lag and this reaction up, there is a chance for this to continue lower and extend into this secondary lag towards the, let's say, as we spoke about lots of single prints are waiting here on the gold market. So the single prints, the big imbalance that happened on December 13th, we have the area around 2000 mark, which is still a technical objective for this downside leg. So 2000 mark or even lower, if there is more momentum and bigger momentum, maybe even 1985 or even 1980 mark. Now from the other side, if market will fail to test the low, and I don't see now that we have any bigger imbalance or something to the upside, those reactions like those rallies that we can see that these are pretty normal reactions in this downside leg. So for the upside, I would like to see the market to go all the way to 2060-65 and then hold above in order to confirm further upside development on this market. Now speaking of the crude oil, we can see that market is trying to sell off at this point, and we had this fake breakout in the background. So you can see here, this is the fake breakout of this resistance zone around 73.70 mark there, and seems like market is trying to sell off at this point. It's also breaking the rising trend line, and there is a chance for this downside move towards the 70 mark or even 69.15. From the other side, if market will regain the power and let's say try to attack and hold above 74.30, there is a chance for the higher prices towards the 76.05. So far sellers are in control, and we have considered breakout of this multi-hour consolidation. Now speaking of the Bitcoin versus US dollar, still key support is in the play. So I would like to see the breakout of this key support. Eventual hold below the 40,000 mark will be a good sign for the further drop, and potential test of 37,000 mark or even 35,000 mark. Anything meaningful to the upside, I would like to see if the market can rally into the 44,260 and actually hold above, which will be a good sign then for potential rally. But so far, sellers are in control, and seems like the downside movement into this support and potential breakout might be in the play. And speaking of the dollar index, this is something that I mentioned. This is, for example, daily time frame, and we can see that we have the break of this consolidation, which is a very we also broke the pin bar and closed above, so we really have technically a confirmation of this upside that eventually can lead the market towards 104.23, which is the previous swing high on the daily time frame. So 104.20 mark, at this point market is trading in 103.39, so there is a chance for that move towards that level, and then the next upside reference point will be around the 104.80 mark, which is this area here on the dollar index. So that might be in the play in the next period. That will be all for this update, guys. I hope that you did enjoy. Have a good trading day, and speak to you from tomorrow morning.